Hey, what's up YouTube? You're watching Ready Set Drone. And if you're new to this channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing if you like to learn about drones and drone technology. I'm going to cover today with you my 5 favorite drones for under $500, and I'm hoping I can do it quickly in less than 5 minutes. These drones are really targeted for people who have never flown before, who are maybe giving a gift to somebody, or maybe a kid who wants to get into flying drones. These aren't high-end drones by any means, but they're good quality and they're a lot of fun to fly. So let's jump into it. So we're going to start with the least expensive and go up to the most expensive, and they're all under 500 bucks, and I'll tell you why I like each of them, link out to my review of each of them because I have reviewed all of these, and then finally give you affiliate links in the bottom if you want to click on them to see how much they cost. So first of all is the Potenza K20, which is a little line of sight flyer that I like for a number of reasons. First of all, it's very cheap. It's about 30 bucks. Second of all, it comes with 2 batteries, which is great because one battery doesn't really last that long, probably 5 to 10 minutes. And so having 2 is awesome. It doesn't have an app that comes with it. It doesn't have a camera. It does have a really cool bright LED on the front of it that you can light up. And it's just a lot of fun to learn how to fly. It's got ducted fans or rotors so that if you bump into something, you're not going to hurt anything. You're not going to hurt anyone. It's very small. It's fairly quiet. And it's just a ton of fun for indoor or outdoor flying. So for 30 bucks, I really recommend the Potenza K20 if you're looking for a simple, beginner, indoor drone to get started with. It does stabilize itself, so it's not super hard to fly, but it's a great one to learn on. So check it out. The Potenza K20 is number 5 on my list. The next drone on my list is a little bit more expensive at 40 bucks, but it is still a great beginner drone. It's the Syma X5C. Now there's a variety of these out in a variety of colors. Some of them have a camera, some of them don't. Honestly, the camera's not that great on it. That's not what this drone is all about. This drone is about getting outdoors and flying with it. It does have different rates, which means it can fly in more of a beginner and docile mode, and then it has a higher rate that is actually pretty aggressive and fun to fly in once you're used to the docile mode. Also, the higher rate is better in the wind. I've been recommending this drone ever since I first tried it about 3 years ago. I can't say enough good things about it. It's very common. You can get batteries for it really cheap. You can fix parts on it. I've actually broken several of them and fixed them. They're really easy to fix, very lightweight, and you can fly it indoors or out, although it's better outdoors. This is more of an outdoor flyer. If you want to fly indoors primarily, I'd recommend the last one I talked about, the Potenza K20. But the Syma X5C is definitely on my top 5 list at number 4, and it comes in at 40 bucks. And it's definitely worth checking out if you want to get into flying line of sight drones. The next drone on my list is the Telo, which is made by a company called Rise, but marketed through DJI. It's kind of a weird thing. DJI and Intel both contributed to building this drone. And because of that, it has a lot of great tech in it. It flies really well using your phone and an app, takes decent video and decent photos, and it's pretty fun to fly. It also works with some programming languages, so if you want to do some programming with it, there's a lot of aftermarket stuff for this drone, including this little skin that I have on mine, the Union Jack. It's a really fun drone at 99 bucks. And if you're wanting to get something a little more advanced that you can fly indoors or outdoors, the Telo is a great option. It does not have GPS and it does not have obstacle avoidance, but it does have downward sensors that kind of keep it in one place, locked in one place as you're flying. So it's not quite GPS flying, but it is also a little bit easier to fly because of those downward sensors. It'll actually hold in one spot, even in some wind. So if you're looking to spend about 100 bucks, I've seen them as low as 80 and usually around 100, I would recommend the Telo, and I've got a link below if you want to check it out and check out the specs. The next drone on my list is the only FPV drone in the group, but it's a totally beginner FPV drone. It's called the Easy Pilot from Emax. Now this came out only recently, and this package for $109 comes with everything you need. It has the drone, it has 2 batteries, it has the remote control, it has the FPV goggles with an antenna, everything you need to get started flying FPV, and it's really a great little kit for that. This one also has some really easy flight modes. You can actually fly this one with just one stick where it holds the altitude and the stick combines the yaw and the pitch so that you can get used to flying FPV. If you've never flown FPV, it's really pretty amazing, but it's also pretty hard to do and hard to get used to. But once you kind of get over that initial shock of what you're doing and kind of figure it out, it's a ton of fun. So if you want to get into flying FPV, the Easy Pilot from Emax is definitely a good choice to get started with, especially if you want to fly indoors over the winter. So the last drone I recommend highly for beginners that's under $500 is the DJI Mavic Mini. This has not been out very long, but it has really taken the world by storm. This drone is 80% as capable as its big brothers, does a lot of cool stuff with a 3-axis gimbal, takes amazing photos, has great GPS, has return to home, has an amazing flight life, is very lightweight. Just so many great attributes about this thing. And if you want to go see them all, you can look at the review I did earlier. I'll link to it. But the Mavic Mini is truly getting into the higher end drones. Now, in all honesty, this is probably the easiest to fly of all of those because it has GPS and because it has so many features built in. But I don't recommend this as your very first drone. I would definitely get one of the less expensive ones, learn how to fly line of sight, get used to how it feels, and you're only spending less than $100 on those. Whereas this one you're spending almost $400, and so with it you're going to have to learn a little bit more to use the app and such. But ultimately, if you're looking to get into taking really great photos or video with a drone, the DJI Mavic Mini is definitely a contender. And then from there, you can get into the higher end Mavics and the Phantoms and the Inspires and all that other great stuff. But for me, for under $500, this is the most bang you can get for your buck at $399. If you like this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up, and I hope I'll see you next time on Ready Set Drone. Thanks for watching.